Every month, the number goes up. Your paycheck arrives. Maybe it's a little bigger than last year. Maybe you got a raise. Maybe you finally hit that number you always wanted. And yet, somehow, you feel just as stuck as before. Not because you're spending wrong, not because you're bad with money, but because of something almost no one talks about. A quiet, invisible force that is actively eating your wealth every single day, and your salary is helping it do exactly that. It's called inflation, but not the way your economics teacher explained it. Economist Irving Fisher described it in 1911 as the silent tax. A tax no government has to vote on, no law has to pass, and no citizen has to agree to. It simply happens. And it happens to you whether you notice it or not. Here's what's really going on. When you earn a salary, you are trading your time for a fixed number. Let's say you earn $4,000 a month. That number feels real. It feels solid. But money is not a thing. It is a promise. And like all promises, its value depends entirely on the conditions around it. In 1970, $4,000 a month made you wealthy. In 2024, $4,000 a month barely covers rent in most major cities. The number didn't change. The world around it did. This is what economists call the money illusion, a term coined by Fisher himself, later expanded by behavioral economist Richard Thaler, who won the Nobel Prize for showing exactly how this illusion distorts every financial decision you make. Your brain sees a salary increase of 5% and registers it as a win. But if inflation that year was 6%, you actually lost purchasing power. You got poorer, and your brain celebrated. Think about that for a moment. You worked harder. You negotiated. You got the raise, and your reward was a net loss. But it goes deeper than paychecks. Most people keep their savings in a checking account or a standard savings account. The average savings account in the United States currently pays around 0.5% interest per year. Inflation, on average, over the past century, runs between 2% and 3% per year. That gap, that silent gap between what your money earns and what inflation costs, is wealth destruction on autopilot. Harvard economist Carmen Reinhart studied 8 centuries of financial history and found one consistent pattern across every era, every economy, every empire. The people who store wealth in cash always lose. Not sometimes, always. Over long enough periods, holding cash is not safety. It is a guaranteed slow loss. Your ancestors understood something you were never taught. For most of human history, wealth was stored in things: land, livestock, grain, gold. Things that held their value because they were real. The idea of storing wealth in a number on a piece of paper or a number on a screen is extraordinarily new and extraordinarily fragile. So what does this mean for your salary? Every raise you receive that does not outpace inflation is not a raise. It is a reduction dressed in the costume of progress. Your number goes up, your purchasing power goes down. The gap widens quietly every single year you don't act. And acting doesn't mean spending more. It means understanding the difference between nominal income, the number on your paycheck, and real income, what that number actually buys. It means moving money out of instruments that lose to inflation and into assets that have historically beaten it. Broad index funds, real estate, inflation-protected bonds, productive businesses. Warren Buffett has said that the worst investment you can make is cash held long-term. Not because cash is useless, but because cash sitting still in a world where prices always move forward is wealth moving backward. Here is the question no one asks you. If your salary doubled tomorrow, but every price in the world also doubled, would you be richer? No, you would be exactly where you are now. Same purchasing power, same wealth, different number. That number on your paycheck? It is not your wealth. It never was. Your wealth is what that number can buy. And every year you let it sit still, inflation is silently, patiently, making sure it can buy a little less, just like it's doing right now.